Hello everyone, this is Ether Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. So, I don't know why, but when I'm not able to commentate recordings live, then that's when the matches are pretty interesting. So, figured I would share this one and just have some post commentary over it because might as well for once actually explain the damage calcs I did. I only had to compute 2 matchups, so it wasn't that bad. But show the damage calcs that were required to check out that this meme actually worked. And so this team, I have it pause on this frame to show Brave Ike's build because this is the whole central point of the meme clear. So Ninian, Legendary Alm, and Brave Ike all have infantry pulse. So Thrasier, or however you want to pronounce her name, has Dragon Fang up turn 1, Legendary Alm gets his Lunar Flash up turn 1, and because of Shield Pulse, Brave Ike also gets Aegis up turn 1, so not too bad of a team. Of course, the investment in terms of merges are not that high other than Brave Ike. He has +7, which is relevant for what happens. It's a bit unfortunate that the numbers had to align, but so be it. And the only notable thing is that Legendary Azura has Distant Guard, so I'll just start playing it from the beginning here. So whenever there's an infantry pulse team, the first thing I always think of is, can I meme the infantry pulse ladder? Because if they can't get their specials up, generally speaking, Nino can handle a lot of infantry pulse teams pretty well. So I checked out my best matchup against Brave Ike with Nino, and so that's with Caden buffed +6 to his attack. So he's given Nino +9 with drive attack as well. So when she's max buff, she has, let me just pause here before we actually get there, but she gets up to 94 attack here before Brazen Range, and of course we can't get Brazen Range turn 1 without the Bolt Trap, but that's aside the point. So Brave Ike with his 22 res and then +4 from Distant Guard against Nino is 26 res, so that 94 attack minus 26 res is 68 base damage. So just keep that in mind as we do the actual calculations for the damage. So Irvan's first effect is reducing the enemy's first attack's damage by 40%. So to do this, I'll cover this eventually at some point in my damage calc series. It'll probably be a while from now, but it's not too complicated once you understand it. So for me, I just multiply that 68 base damage by 0.6, and that gets me, what is that, 40.8. And so with the way I compute this type of damage in the damage calcs, I always have to round up. So that 48.8 becomes 41 damage. And then because of Irvan's, I believe, what is that, second effect? I don't know what you call first, second, or third effect anymore. Nino gets to attack twice before he attacks once to counter. So, and that, because of Irvan's base effects, gets reduced by 80%. So I take that 68, I multiply by 0.2, and I get myself 13.6, which again I round up to 14. So 41 plus 14 is exactly 55. So we actually are able to meme out the kill here. And I just want to go back to showing Legendary Eloid here, because the notable thing is, even if I take out Brave Ike, sure, the infantry pulse ladder is gone, but what about Legendary Eloid? He still has a rally, so he could rally, and if I have Caden 2 spaces below Nino, then there's maybe a chance for legendary Elwood to somehow rally, and if you're not familiar with how the AI works, to rally in such a way where he would get dance and would be able to attack Caden, which wouldn't be good because he would most likely than not double him or just one-shot him straight up. So here, of course, we have attack smoke going off because of Nino. So he'll have 48 base attack, and then with Swift Sparrow 3 and Sturdy Blow, he gets an extra, I believe, 10 attack. So that's 58 attack, which against Nino is, well, with weapon triangle advantage, that is 69 attack, I believe, if I did that right. So keep that number in mind. There's no like drive attack buffs or whatnot on the team, so we don't have to worry about those. And so Nino, max buffed, with Caden max buffed, has 42 defense. And sitting on the defense tile, she gets an extra 30% during combat. So that ends up being an extra plus 12, so 54 defense versus that 69 is only 15 damage. But that is greater than 5 damage, so Elwood will not want to rally. So we basically guarantee we just sweep this team here. And that is what we do. So, yeah, a bit unfortunate for this person. If they had, an extra merge or two on Brave Ike, then they would have been able to live this turn 1 meme. But I don't know. I feel like even in the case that Nino wouldn't be able to 1-run KO Brave Ike, I probably still would have been able to do something. It just would have to probably be a little more complicated because even though the Bright Shrine is level 1, I believe, it still matters. And, of course, we're also trolling with our level 5 offense Panic Manor, which is screwing over the bonus or our Endurandals and Vision Arcadia's effect on Legendary Ulm. So it's a nice clean sweep. So you can see that 15 damage there, easy calcs, and it's just clean sweep from here except for Ninian because of the way they have their team set up. So free win for me. And that's just an example of what I do for some matches to see how the matchups go, because funny stuff like this can happen, and it's always rigged. On my defense, when I'm trying to do something, it always seems like the game is just out to troll, and units will murder your units by like exact damage, or you miss the kill with one of your units by like 1 attack. It's just a troll, but unfortunate for this person. I happen to have the damage output with Nino turn 1, so. But I mean, either way, even if Brave Ike were to survive, I could still player phase him because 54 defense on a defense tile does things. And so I don't think it would have mattered too much again if we wouldn't be able to kill. It just wouldn't be as funny. Because, well, then of course you get hit by the infantry pulses, but he already has Aegis upturn 1 from Shield Pulse, and Aegis does not do anything against close counter, so it just, no, we were just gonna meme that Brave Ike regardless. So that's funny. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye.